Welcome back to Cadwell Park, the third and final race of the weekend here in the B group of the Mazda MX-5 Championship. Jake Sanson here with you. Let's talk you through the grid. Adrian Burge and Chris Stapleton on the front row, with Will Hayden and Marcus Bailey on the second, from Callum Greatrex and Brent Griffith. Then it is Ivan Leary and Clive Chisnell. Then we have an interesting battle behind for Charlie Rawls and Tom Jenkins, with Ollie Robinson and Anthony Hutchins. Graham Rumsey and Richard Bartlett are on the seventh row from Bruce Robinson and Chris Ginn. And then we have John Fieldsend, James Love, Richard Wootton and Jake Stiles. Just 20 of them remaining for this one now. So let's see who's going to win the final race of the weekend. Group B, there's no relegation or promotion to worry about. It's just a straight-out race. 5-second board goes up. We're ready for the action. The red lights come on for the last time at Cadwell Park. Let's race! Good start from the front, no problems at all for Burge. It looks like Stapleton's got a slightly better getaway though. He has indeed, as Burge is going to tuck in behind. Watch for Marcus Bailey on the far side, trying to come right round the outside of Coppice. But Burge is slotted on the inside, and Bailey's still there. He's going to get the inside line for Charlie's. Beautiful run from Bailey. He's up to second place. Well, that's gone against convention, because normally it's the guys on the inside line who get the best start, but this time Stapleton and Bailey have come through to first and second place. Then it is Burge. It looks like Callum Greatrex has got the better start than Bryn Griffiths this time, and that's not a great getaway for Ollie Robbins, who's already lost a couple of places in there, as several drivers are already starting to make their impression on this one. Up the inside, that is a bold move from Greatrex up the inside of Robinson. Bryn Griffiths is there as well, and that's a good overtake from Greatrex to get himself up into fourth position. So Callum Greatrex now up into fourth place here on the first lap of the third and final B group race at Cadwell. But it's Stapleton who leads, Bailey in second, Burge in third. Whoa, guys, keep it on the racetrack. Greatrex is fourth. Robinson and Griffiths both go for some rallycross action there. They're supposed to keep it on the black stuff. Charlie Rawls is next, then Chisnell, and then I think in behind that is Tom Jenkins. We'll continue on as they run through. It might be Ivan Leary, actually, as they come through. Yes, it is Ivan Leary. So Stapleton in front of Bailey, well recovered after his trip into the barriers yesterday. So let's see if Bailey can make his move. Up on the inside line. This could be an interesting run. Let's see if the 65 is going to find a way through. Will Hayden trying to get back past and up into fourth position on Callum Greatrex. Hayden is in there, having been in both the A group and the B group this weekend. Can he find his way back up the order? There's Leary, Hutchins, Jenkins, Rumsey, and then in the next one, I think that's Bruce Robinson. There's the 78, that's Richard Bartlett, who's had an interesting weekend. Stapleton's got Bailey round the outside. Can Bailey get there? Yes, he does. Before they even turn into Coppice, he's made the move, stick down the straight. We're on board with Stapleton, and there was not much he could do, but just watch Marcus Bailey sail past him. I'm not massively surprised at that, actually, because Bailey, of course, has come from the A group, had a difficult race when he ended up out of it in the previous encounter and brought out the safety car in the A group with his accident. But now Bailey fights his way back towards the front, and he's looking very strong in this one, it has to be said. So let's see if it's going to continue. Up the hill they go. Now Callum Greatrex was going to be starting sixth position in this race originally, as we are on board with Stapleton with Adrian Burge. But obviously one of the drivers who was set to be demoted down into the B group is unable to start this one. And I think that is Courtney Milnes, who had too much damage, the 777. So unfortunately, she's not been able to take the start of this third race in the B group. And that's a real shame, because she fought her way beautifully in that first race of the weekend. But not enough, the car was not able, we are told, to make the start of this last race. That's a real shame for Courtney Milnes, because I have a feeling she could have won this one. 54 is Bailey in the lead, Stapleton in second, then it is Burge, Greatrex, Hayden. That's your top five at the moment, and there's no promotional relegation to worry about, as we mentioned. It's just a flat-out race. They're racing for pride now as Callum Greatrex gets onto the back of Adrian Burge as they come through the hairpin up towards Barn once again. Stapleton ahead of them in second place, chasing them down, Will Hayden in the 65. As they skate their way through, I think the next man in is actually now Ivan Leary, or is that Charlie Rawls, actually? That's Charlie Rawls. So Rawls has worked his way through the field quite well. From ninth on the grid, he now finds himself in sixth place in front of, I think that's Clive Chisnell. So great racing in the early stages then, as they work their way through. It is Chisnell, then it's Griffiths. Griffiths going very wide there at Coppice, almost ended up on the grass. I've seen a few nasty incidents there at Cadwell Park when drivers have run a little bit wide, end up on the grass, and unfortunately, because they can't stop the car very well on the grass, have ended up sideswiping somebody going through the next corner. So hopefully that's not going to happen today. Burge is there in third position, tucked up behind Stapleton, as Greatrex and Hayden are in pursuit, and they're all trying to get back after the race leader, Marcus Bailey, who's starting to edge out a bit of a gap in the lead. So as they come through, they're obviously going to drop down the crest into the gooseneck, and they continue to concertina their way through. Down the hill, Greatrex having a little bit of a look on the way up the inside of Adrian Burge, unable to make the move actually happen. So more great racing on the way as they charge their way through, out through the left-hand flank, up towards the mountain again. Stapleton still relatively close to the race leader Bailey, who's not dominating, but he has pulled out a little bit of a gap. That's enough for him to be comfortable at the moment. But these four drivers are going to effectively work together to try and get this gap down. So there is Stapleton. In pursuit of him is Burge. And then, of course, we've got these two, Greatrex and Hayden, scrapping away. Now, if these guys can work together, they can start to close up the gap of Marcus Bailey. And that is effectively what they're doing, because they cut through the air in unison. It is actually faster for all four of them to move together. Good run there out of the final turn from Rolls. Oh, a big slide there from Chisnell. And that's going to be enough for Bryn Griffiths to get a good run on the outside. So I think Griffiths is going to come off the far side of the turn, down the main straight. This could be interesting. Can Griffiths hold it round the outside of Coppice? He's committing to it. Oh, careful, Bryn! He's off the turn there and goes on the grass and has to concede. Well, I tell you what, Bryn Griffiths really saved himself there. That could have been a very nasty accident. So Ivan Leary slots in behind Bryn Griffiths. Oh dear, just had my heart stopped there as I saw Bryn Griffiths going off the road at Coppice. I've seen a nasty accident or two from that part of the course. Now Griffiths is getting straight back on with it alongside Chisnell. Can he go the long way round at Park? He's locking up. I don't think he's going to get there. Meanwhile, Hutchins chops across the nose of Jenkins, trying to come back on the inside and take a place away from him. So great racing everywhere you look in the Mazda MX-5 Championship. It always is. I wonder what it would be like to drive a Mark 1. I wonder if somebody's willing to let me have a play one day. I'll tell you more about it if I get an opportunity to drive these cars. I've only ever done the iRacing version of Mazda MX-5s. They are very good racing cars, but every driver I've spoken to about these things basically tells me that they are like dirty great go-karts. You're going to have so much fun with them. Up to the mountain, left, up the crest, right, up the mountain, flat on the throttle. Sometimes you can hit the limiter if you go over that crest at the wrong part. Chisnell definitely under some pressure now from Bryn Griffiths, who's sliding about all over the place, but Chisnell has been working his way up the field as carefully as possible. So let's see if they're going to keep this momentum going. Out of the hairpin, down towards the barn once more. Hutchins, Jenkins. There is the 45 going through the shot. That's Graham Rumsey. Now, Jake Stars finally looks like he's got a car underneath him that's worthy of his prowess. Then it's Bruce Robinson and that man, Richard Bartlett. Griffiths again looks out to try and see if he can get under the skin of Clive Chisnell. No chance. Hutchins is chasing down Leary, and Jenkins is being caught by the man in the mix there as well, Oliver Robinson, who's not had the greatest of races by his standards. He really could have done with a little bit more luck here today at Cadwell Park. It just doesn't seem to be coming good for him here. And I hope that maybe next time out he'll have a little bit of a stronger run. They go up the hill. Griffiths pops out, having for a look way to get past. Can he find a way past? No. Chisnell is absolutely glued to that inside line. Leary is getting closer to Bryn Griffiths as a result. And there might still be a chance to come through. Don't suspect there is at the moment. So there it is. As they drop down the hill once again, through the right, through the left, out of the gooseneck and down towards Mansfield. These six are still pretty much stalemate, but expect a bold move or two from one of them if they come through. We're beyond the half distance now, so we are running out of laps here at Cadwell Park as the drivers continue to push forward. We go over the mountain, up to Hall Bends. Chisnell, Griffiths, Leary, Hutchins, Jenkins and Robinson. Terrific tussle between these guys as they continue to push, looking for that opportunistic moment, looking for that gap to open up, looking for a mistake from the driver in front. Chisnell is the man playing follow my leader. There's Robinson at the back, hoping to pick up a piece or two. They go down the drop once again and onto the main straight, being pursued by Rumsey. Back towards the front end, Greatrex is still battling away with Burge. So Greatrex has the momentum on Adrian Burge for the moment. He's fought for that position tooth and nail to get himself up into third place. So Bailey is your leader, Stapleton second. Now it is Greatrex third. they continue to tussle, but can Adrian Burge find a way back through on Greatrex? For the moment, the answer is no. Greatrex charging forward. So it looks like we're going to get a completely different set of podium finishers. 3 different podium finishes in race 1, 3 different podium finishes in race 2, and now we could get 3 completely different drivers again. One of my perfect kind of weekends, that when there's 9 podiums on offer and 9 different drivers stand on them over the course of a weekend. In Group B, it shows that everybody's got a chance to win something. Stapleton's still hanging on, but Greatrex is actually closing in, so Greatrex is actually getting rid of the man behind him, Adrian Burge, and now starting to make the assault on Chris Stapleton. He's got a bit of a comeback to do from his point of view, because he was lucky to be in the top 5 for this B group. Actually, he should have been 6th because he fought his way back past Bryn Griffiths in the previous race after that spin. He was promoted to 5th when Courtney Milnes was demoted to the B group and couldn't start the race with mechanical problems. A big dive up the inside of Stapleton from Greatrex, and he's there, 2nd position. Good work from Callum Greatrex, nicely handled. And now Adrian Burge will want to follow and get past into 3rd position as quickly as possible. Stapleton will want to get on terms with him quickly. There's Bailey. Looking at the time we've got left, I think we've only got 3 laps left of this race here at Cadwell Park. So Stapleton's got to keep pushing. We're on board with Chris Stapleton now. Look in the rearview mirror, because as large as that man in front of us, Callum Greatrex, is, we've got that man behind us, Adrian Burge, getting very close up on the curbs. Keep an eye, here comes Burge. He's seen how Greatrex has got through and thought, right, I can take Stapleton, no problem. He's a rookie. Side by side, Burge is going to out-drag him, but can Stapleton keep that inside line, or is Burge going to come across and stop him getting on the inside? Yes, he is. Prior experience overcomes the rookie charge of Chris Stapleton, and a great bit of racing there from Adrian Burge to get into 3rd position. Now we're back on board with Stapleton, who's mixing it up with some of the best in this championship. Let's see if he can get back on terms. Oh, a big squiggle there from Stapleton, who goes right, left. It's meant to be a right-left chicane, but he ended up steering quite a lot more. Locking up the brakes, Adrian Burge. This could be a chance for Stapleton to come back at him, and he knows it. Here he goes, up on the inside. Nicely handled by Stapleton. He just took the momentum, and that was enough back into 3rd position. So Adrian Burge has got to do all that hard work all over again and hope that Will Hayden doesn't find a way through in a 4th position. Up and over the mountain. And Greatrex has got clear into 2nd place, pulling away now from Stapleton, Burge, and Hayden. So as far as Greatrex is concerned, 2nd place is coming his way. But it's not done yet. We've still got a couple of laps left of this one. They've still got to fight very hard. There's a long way left. In terms of mileage, this circuit is still a very long one, and it's still very twisty. So they've got to keep pushing. There's a long way left. Bailey out in front and getting away. Greatrex in 2nd. 3rd is Stapleton. Burge is coming alongside. They actually nudge reels through Coppice. Burge has to hang back. That was tight. That was very tense indeed, and Burge did exactly the right thing there. They realised they were rubbing wheel arches and decided to hang back. And that's a big run wide for Burge. He's got 4 wheels off the grass there. And so now surely Hayden's going to get through into 4th position. Down the straight, there's not a lot Burge can do except stay to his left, and hope that there's a way to cut around the outside. But Hayden's got him well and truly nailed there. Big mistake, unfortunately, for Adrian Burge. Started this race initially from pole position, now trying to come back and dive down the inside of Hayden once again. But that's unfortunately just twisted him down to 5th position. So Greatrex is now being caught by Stapleton. Stapleton is swarming all over the back of Greatrex, and that is very good driving from Stapleton. He swarms around Greatrex. Greatrex moves to cover, and that compromised both their lines initially. So now Stapleton is giving Callum Greatrex, the man from Cardiff, some big pressure as they come under the bridge, up towards the mountain. Left, climb the crest. Right, climb the mountain. Great racing with these two. Hayden has definitely got some pace over Burge now as he tries to extend the gap. At the moment it's only about a car length, but he's got plenty of momentum to keep it going. Really exciting stuff. And still they're pushing. Oh, Stapleton just gets on the white line. He almost got that one into the wall. Good save from Stapleton. You've got to be so careful at Cadwell. This circuit can bite if you are not prepared or if you make the slightest lapse in concentration. Last lap for this man though, Marcus Bailey. He has well and truly nailed it here in the 3rd and final race after going into the wall yes, earlier on in the weekend in race 2 of the A group and bringing out the safety car. He has managed to get himself back up to speed. The car was not that badly damaged, so he has got back into a rhythm and he is leading quite comfortably here at Cadwell Park, and that is a good bit of recompense for what happened in his second race of the weekend. And I think Marcus Bailey can be content with that. The least you can do really is, if you have an incident in the A group and you're demoted to the B, make the best of it. If life gives you lemons, make lemonade, and that's exactly what Marcus Bailey has done in this race at Cadwell Park. He has just got himself out in front, not pushed too hard, controlled the pace, looked after the car, looked after the brakes, and that's exactly what's going to give him the win. If he just keeps this together, we've barely seen him in the race, because once he got into the lead, he just started to march away very, very carefully. So Stapleton is still battling away with Callum Greatrex in the hope that he can get into second position, but I think he's going to run out of time to do that. He could only just about make out Greatrex back in the tail end of the picture there as he makes his way into the mountain, and up and over the climb he goes. There he is. Stapleton's still there in third, but it looks to me as though Hayden and Bruge are still very close. But this man, Marcus Bailey, has done what he needs to. Not only will he be the leading master driver home, but he will be the first driver home. Out of the final turn he will go through Barn, and this is a victorious run for Marcus Bailey. That's the way to pick yourself back up. Everyone falls down. It's how you get back up that tests a real driver's mettle. What a drive. Marcus Bailey gets the win here in race 3 of the Group B of Cadwell Park's Mazda MX-5 Championship weekend. And a squabble for third. Greatrex gets second, but Stapleton only just hangs on to third in front of Hayden, with Burge there in 5th position in front of Charlie Rawls. What a great weekend this has been at Cadwell Park, and a good run to the line too for Chisnell, who just gets there in 7th place in front of Bryn Griffiths and Ivan Leary. And rounding up the top 10 is going to be Oliver Robinson. There's confirmation, Bailey from Greatrex, 5 seconds nearly the gap. Stapleton hangs on in front of Hayden and Burge, with Rawls in 6th from Chisnell, Griffiths, Leary and Robinson. Fastest stab of the race, Marcus Bailey. Who else? Jenkins, Hutchins, Woodson and Rumsey come through next, with Robinson, Bartlett, Gin, Fieldsend and Love. And only Jake Styles failed to start the race.
A huge congratulations from us here. That must have been incredible to come away with your first ever win.
First ever win, fantastic. Feels really good, man.
Brilliant.
3 years hard work.
So how was the race? How did it happen?
Great start, ruthless through the top, followed the lead man and just pushed and the door opened, went by. Only problem in the race, missed 4th gear 3 times down a home straight and he caught me, but after that just keep it cool, calm, collected, on the money, on the line, ease away.
So is this going to power you forward for coming back to Alton?
Oh, I'll be at Alton, we'll be at Alton. So yeah, we've had some good luck and some bad luck this weekend. This is just great compensation for what went wrong in race 2, so really pleased.
Oh well, huge congratulations from us again, and we can't wait to have you back at Alton.
Be there, see you there, be good.
Callum, that was a hard fought but well-deserved second place.
Yeah, it was a good race. Made a few mistakes at the start, but when I got into a rhythm, started making a few places back and kept my place.
Couldn't quite make it though onto the top step. Is that something to push forward for the next race?
Yeah, Marcus is a bit too quick for me. He usually runs at the front.
Well, congratulations once again. We look forward to seeing you next time out.
Cheers.
Chris, well deserved. You held your own out there, and you've managed to come away with P3.
Yes, yeah, 2 today, which is fabulous. I had a great start. I knew there were some fast lads behind me, so I had to push on, which we did. We were lucky. And then towards the end, they were catching me and making me spin out a little bit here in some of the corners, but I held it really well. And yeah, great to get another third. Yeah, fabulous day. Do you think if you had a few more laps, you would have caught up to second? I did kind of catch him, and then I missed a couple of gears coming around, and I ended up with a gap that I wouldn't have caught him on. So yeah, more than happy with third. It's a great day. Yeah.